Hi friends, and welcome to my little cozy corner on YouTube and this quite an awesome outside office that I've got for today, and hopefully this is gonna be a more frequent event of filming outside. So we're getting really good weather here in Vilnius, Lithuania. So yeah, I'm quite happy about that. So I thought that I would continue on what I started last week. So I started talking about something that is a very important topic for me and has been throughout my life. So basically, I filmed a video telling you guys what would be the one thing that I would advise my younger self to stop doing in order to live a better life, an easier life, a happier life, and that was overthinking. So you can check out that video. I will link that somewhere below. And so today I thought I would, follow up with some tips that I would give my younger self, because, yeah, in order to stop overthinking or manage the habit of overthinking, because only to say that you should stop it is not very, it's not that helpful. So basically I have like 3 major techniques or, like areas that I would definitely advise myself and you guys to just focus on whenever you feel like you're getting overwhelmed by a certain train of thought, or rather, it's usually, when we're talking about overthinking, it's usually not really a train, it's usually sort of a circle, of a loop that is, that can be really frustrating to just be stuck in it. So throughout my life, I figured out myself that, throughout reading and, studying and just trying out different things. So basically the first thing that I would advise myself to do is clear and clean. So clear and clean my thoughts, right? So by clearing, I would think of it as just taking the trash out, right? So all these, negative thoughts, or all these, repetitive thoughts that are not, they're not going anywhere, they start accumulating in your mind, and then it's just, they're not moving. So it's like stagnant water, or just like basically like trash that you need to take out and just dump it out. So the best technique for that would be writing it out without any editing, any, not worrying about your grammar or whatever, just dumping those thoughts out on paper, or, into your laptop. Also, what I found to be very useful for myself, because for me it's quite hard not to think about the grammar, not to edit and things like that, but I found out that it's very helpful for me to just record my voice in a recorder, or using your phone or whatever, and just dump my thoughts out this way. So it's really, really helpful. And then the cleaning part would be more of trying to sort of stabilize your mental states, and that would be through meditation. And I would stress that that would be guided meditation or breath work, or basically these 2 techniques are worked out the best for me and still working when I don't forget to use them. So just a quick note on meditation, for busy minds like mine, and maybe yours if you're watching this video, I find it that meditation without any guidance is really, really hard. It's just unnecessarily hard. And obviously this is the ultimate goal of meditation, to be able to just do it wherever, whenever, and just sort of shut out the outside and inside noise. But it is a practice, and it's you shouldn't think about that goal not right now, right? So guided meditations, or the ones that where you use mantra to focus on, I find that just to be the gold, you know. So yes. The second area to think about when to sort of focus on in order to control your overthinking is movement. So this is one of the biggest revelations of my life. But I think we instinctually do that, and you can see animals do that when they're stressed. They move, they shake, all these, you know, natural techniques. But by movement, I would suggest you to consider making a regular practice of some sort of movement that you enjoy. Of course, walking is amazing, but even more amazing is something that where you could use your whole body more in a more dynamic way. So yoga comes to mind, of course, and this is my go-to practice where I want to just stop overthinking and just manage my thoughts, because it involves focusing on your breath and moving in ways the way you wouldn't necessarily move naturally every day, and lots of things. And then maybe it's running for you. Running has been a big part of my life as well, and it's definitely working with controlling my overthinking. And maybe any other kind of sports or dynamic movement technique. Dance comes to mind, of course. I love dancing, and it can be so cathartic. So even going to a rave, not putting aside all the other things that a rave might include, but the dancing itself, plus connecting with a whole bunch of other people dancing to the same rhythm, it's very therapeutic and very cathartic. And I suggest you, if you love dancing, so just do these, sort of, they call them ecstatic dance, or just like dance as if nobody sees you. I think this is the way we should all dance. Right, and the third area that I would suggest you to focus on, and I would definitely advise my younger self to focus on whenever overthinking starts crippling me, literally, is taking action. Action. Because it's just you cannot possibly think of all the scenarios that if you're thinking about what decision you should make or this and that, like, without taking action, you're just gonna be stuck more and more in your loop of unproductive thinking. So action, and I was stressed that it should be an inspired action. And by inspired, I mean something that is that you would do in order to solve this problem that you have, that you've been thinking about so much. So maybe you can make a call and try to take more, get more information about that thing that you are trying to solve, that problem that you are trying to solve. Maybe you could just do something of service to someone or yourself. Just do something. So basically these are the three main areas, 3 main techniques and 3 main tips that I would advise myself to do in order to stop overthinking. So again, this is clearing and cleaning your mind, and then movement, and then some sort of inspired action. And pro tip would be to go out into nature and spend at least an hour or so, whenever those really annoying thoughts start to, occupy your mind, is just go out into nature, because in nature, everything, all your problems naturally start to get smaller, less significant, and just, everything is more spacious and easier and simpler in nature, like in the forest that I am at now. And this is a very nice way to end this video, I think. So that's it for now, and lots of love and take care.